The Real Estate Photography Podcast is brought to you by TourBuzz.net, high-definition virtual tour and photograph hosting, now with interactive floor plans. Sign up for your free trial today. Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Photography Podcast with Mike Muriello. Today we're going to be talking about a web tip and involving how you display your images and how it's presented to your end user. There are many different ways, and you probably already have one, that you can present your images, your portfolio, or a gallery of, say you've got a gallery of kitchens or a gallery of dining rooms or whatever it is that you're displaying. You probably have a set way of showing them off. One of the ways, which I'm not a huge fan of, is by using something proprietary like Flash. Now, Flash is pretty intensive on the computer, we all know that, but here's the thing. If your end user doesn't have Flash installed already, they're not going to have a seamless experience when they go to your website to view it. So, I love this alternative, and it's called a JavaScript Lightbox, and it's just a little bit of code. You're gonna have to learn a little bit of input parameters to get it working, but no plugins, any browser, any operating system always works. It's incredibly impressive, and I just wanted to give you 4 of my favorites to show off what the power of a JavaScript Lightbox can do. For example, here we go. If I'm gonna click on this image, and you can imagine your image in there. It's gonna dim the lights, pop up an image, and give you this pop effect to your images. You can either click the X or click outside of the box to close the image. Same thing over here. And this one's called Shadowbox. Shadowbox is very popular. And here's a gallery of images. Say you had a gallery of kitchens, dining rooms, whatever. Here you go. To the next one. You can even have a title. To the next one. Very, very cool effect. You can also do videos with Shadowbox. As you can see, you can do YouTube, QuickTime, Yahoo, anything, pretty much anything, any video you want, it'll work. Okay, so that's Shadowbox. How about the jQuery Lightbox plugin? Same theme, a slightly different variation. This one kind of gives you like that Polaroid frame around your image. It gives you a next that's always there, and then a previous that's always there, and then a caption down below. Pretty cool animation. I'll just do that one more time, just so you get another idea of what this looks like. Alright, here's Lightbox 2, and this is another very popular one. A single image would look like this. This one's big on the transitions. So if you notice, I'll do that one more time, but on this one. It lights dim, it pops up, and then the caption drops down below. Same thing with the image set. And then if you notice the difference between this one and the previous one is the next button is not on there until you hover over it. So it knows where your mouse is and what's going on. Once again, pretty slick transitions. Once again, no plugin necessary. I'm going to go to the last one here, and this one is possibly my favorite, and it's called FancyBox. And it does a couple of different animations, but to me, it has a really nifty presentation in terms of the shadow, the border, and it doesn't dim the lights as much as the others, which is, well, it can be appealing to you or not appealing, I don't know. But to me, it's pretty neat. You get the little X in the upper right-hand corner. This one also, like if you notice that faded in, well, there's also another option of an elastic, and it pops in and pops out like this, and then when I click off it, pops out again. The none, obviously there's no effect, it just exists. You can do different title positions. Below, but a different overlay. And then the last one is the galleries, which is, I think, most applicable to anyone here because you have a gallery of images. And you have image 1, and then when you hover over, the arrow pops up. There's image 2, the arrow pops up, and 3. The other cool thing about FancyBox is it's pretty neat because the image is actually now part of the web page. It's not floating over it. So if I'm going to scroll up and down, it stays exactly where it should. So it's not hanging over. hanging over the site. Uh, there's an alternative to learning how to code JavaScript. If you use a service like Squarespace to host your website, they do it for you. They have literally they have a lightbox running in the background of your entire site, so you can just add images, throw them up there, and it creates those things for you. You don't have to edit the parameters. Some of these lightbox, like Shadowbox, I know. I'm not sure about FancyBox or jQuery or Lightbox 2. You have to pay for them if you're going to use them for commercial use, and you should, because you're going to be using it to bring in money for yourself, and you're going to be using someone else's work. So if you do use it, you should be paying. Other than that, I just think it's a very, very neat way to spruce up your website and give yourself a presentation edge. All right, so that's WebTip for y'all. All right, thanks. Have a good one.